Unfortunately.
And a carved bed under the shade of an apple tree opposite a sweet window full of glass jars filled with strawberry creams and lemon drops.
And all disbelief is suspended.
That's true. Gibbs have a pizza meal deal for 6,000 quattro.
A pizza meal deal for 6,000 quattro? Come on, guys. But I'm out. What am I drinking? Pizza for lunch? Good idea, because I forgot my nose bag. I'll get the meal deal now before there's a big queue. Can I get you anything? Hold your horses. It's not lunchtime yet. We still have our project ones to do first. I'll talk up later.
Those herbivores, all they do is think about their lunch. I thought we were supposed to eat our soup. We're there. Have you not been herbivores? Have you been eating your pizza? Birthday is cheap. Yeah, a new flavor just came out. Dark a la orange.
Sit down now, no shouting. Oh, bravo.
Guys, we're ready to film.
Good morning. This is the Wilderness News and we're here with myself, Sparrow Hawkins and Bramble Thicket. We're standing outside the Fabletown courtrooms as the long-awaited case against Mr. Wolf is about to start.
Tensions are running high here, as protesters from both the prosecution and defense make their voices heard.
Indeed, Mr. Wolf arrived at the courtrooms earlier, and for his own safety, he had a police escort.
Actually, it was a Range Rover, not an escort.
It doesn't matter. Anyways, in a specially extended program, we'll be bringing the live news inside the courthouse.
This case has attracted a lot of attention, and the public gallery is packed, not only because there are strong opinions on both sides, but also the Lord Feathers of Agadan will be overseeing the case.
Yes, despite his name, Lord Feathers is no lightweight, and certainly not a soft. He has a reputation for being very stern. I understand. He's entering the courtroom, and the long-awaited case against Mr. Wolf is about to start.
All rise.
Rise for the judgment of your path to the
of this wolf. You should listen carefully and make well-informed decisions. This is a responsibility you must not take lightly. And remember, as Spider-Man once famously said, with great power comes great responsibility. Use it well. The Forest Court is now in session to hear the case against Mr. Wolf. Mr. Wolf, please take the stand.
Mr. Wolf, you are here today to answer the following charges. Number 1, you're accused of plotting to deceive a misread Riding Hood. Number 2, assuming a false identity as Miss Hood's grandmother.
Poor old lady.
Number 3, willful damage and illegal entry into the properties of the 3 little pigs.
Disgraceful.
And the most horrible of all, you sought to terrorize and murder at will within our forest community.
Send him down. Shall I read that? Hashtag send him down.
Feather Brains, this is no time to joke.
No time to yoke.
If you have quite finished,
Sorry.
Mr. Wolf, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
Mr. Wolf, who will be representing you in this matter?
I shall be conducting my own defense with the assistance of my co-counselor, Mrs. Wolf.
So be it. And the counsel for the prosecution? Your Honor, my name is Man. Hugh Man. My assistant is just in case. Yeah, and we've got this case in the bag. Thank you. Please proceed with the case for the prosecution. Members of the jury, you see before you the most despicable of killers. A clever creature of the most predatory nature who intimidates and kills without scruple. It has been very difficult to actually catch this rogue. Until today, at last we have sufficient evidence to prove to you that this beast, this animal, this wolf is a serial killer. Thank you, Mr. Man. And what is the nature of this evidence? My lord, we have had Mr. Wolf under close surveillance. We have had a forest secret agent on the job, a mole, an English mole, Mr. Johnny Mole. A secret agent? Calling Mr. Mole! Calling Mr. Mole, secret agent! Calling Mr. Mole, what?
Calling Mr. Mole. Well, he's not very secret now.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Mr. Mole, can you tell us about the evidence you collected?
Well, I've been digging around, and I've unearthed a lot of information. It's what we moles do.
I've traveled the world whilst in disguise, alive from the ground, the life
of your evidence against me. With all your networking, code breaking, and clue making, did you actually find anything out?
I'm bound by the officials and secrets of act. I only report to them.
And this is ridiculous. I believe you have no evidence whatsoever. How can a creature well known for having bad eyesight be a reliable witness? Those shades are not a disguise. You're as blind as a bat. You're making mountains out of molehills.
Objection, Your Honor. Mr. Wolf is being molest.
Sustained. Mr. Wolf, kindly refrain from making jokes at Mr. Mole's expense.
Mr. Mole, can you report from your clandestine meetings to me in front of the whole court? For in fact, I employed Mole, and I'm of course ever man.
I might have known.
Well, I've installed secret cameras around the forest to record evidence against Mr. Wolf. Here they are, the bugs. Last Tuesday, a wolf who fits the description was seen to be giving a gingerbread man a ride across the river. And we all know what happened to the poor gingerbread man.
Yeah, Foxy.
What? And these informers told me that even the local bears have been having problems with their breakfast.
Oh, really?
Oh yes, they're convinced it's a little golden-haired girl, but no little golden that much. The culprit has to be a large, hairy creature with a ravenous appetite.
Your Honor, I'd like to reply to these accusations.
You may.
Well, firstly, this so-called wolf taking a gingerbread man across the river was actually a fox. Everyone knows that story. And secondly, I don't even like porridge. But however, I'd like to know more about these so-called agents that not used to collect this so-called evidence.
I agree. Agents, please introduce yourselves.
The name's Bond. Brooke Bond.
The name's Bond. Premium Bond.
The name's Bond. Besselton Bond. And I have a CCTV footage with all the evidence with this.
Attention! This recording will self-destruct in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
A little shaken and stirred, Mr. Moore.
That no animals were harmed in the production of this scene. Well, Mr. Man, it seems like that evidence went up in smoke. Yes, my lord. I hope your next witness is more convincing and less dangerous. Yes, my lord. I wish to call him Red Riding Hood. Calling Red Riding Hood! Calling Mr. Red Riding Hood!
You with the hoodie, come here.
I got the new iPhone 16.
Just kidding. Very funny.
I thought this was gonna be boring, but look at all these people. It's gonna be like the X Factor. Shine bright like a diamond.
Hey, let's go get a selfie with the judge. He's supposed to be famous.
Miss Hood. Miss Hood, please remember that you are in a court of law. Have some respect.
Whatever. Remove that phone from Miss Hood.
And the headphones.
This wouldn't have happened on the X Factor.
Miss Hood, please tell the court what happened on the day you traveled through the woods to visit your grandmother.
Are you ready for for this?
My mother said I never should stray from the footpath in the woods. And for a time I was very good, the perfect little riding hood.
After a while she had a rest, down in the grass of a blooming glen.
I saw a shadow hanging over me, and it was saying,
Good morning, little babe.
He said,
We had the best, I miss the wolf. Are you alone here by this day?
I said,
My God is ill, so I'm on my way to cheer her up with some chocolate cake.
he whispered,
I feel that she appreciates some forest flowers that are growing here. Dropping some buttercups and daisies too. We have time, they're really very near. Let's get it ready, make sure that you're good. Don't always take us, particularly good. Don't listen to lies, it's not very wise. Don't speak to the path, go straight to the woods.
Are you following this?
at Granny's house, it wasn't good. She didn't look like Granny should. Her nose was huge and her ears had grown, and she had built some muscle tone.
How very nice to see you here.
I knew her voice was insincere. The situation was bound out quite clear. I said,
Granny, I'm getting out of here. Let's get it ready, make sure that you're good. Don't overstay us, particularly good. Don't listen to lies, it's not very wise. Just speak to the path, go straight to the woods. Let's get it ready, make sure that you're good. Don't overstay us, particularly good. Don't listen to lies, it's not very wise. Just speak to the path, go straight to the woods.
my phone back.
So Miss Hood, you like your phone?
Yes, I don't go anywhere without it. I need to stay in touch with the girls.
Miss Hood, why did you wander off the path when you had so far to go?
Because you lured me off the path to pick some flowers.
Ah, Miss Hood, we both know that's not true.
Of course it's true. Why else would I leave the path?
Were you texting on your way to Grandma's?
Yes, it was a long walk.
I leave it to you, Miss Hood. You didn't wander off the path because I led you. You wandered off the path because you were too preoccupied on your phone. You just simply got lost. You're just a naughty girl who tells lies.
Oh, I am I?
Miss Hood, I would now like to turn your attention to Grandma's cottage. Bring out Exhibit A. Miss Hood, do you recognize this garment? Please take your time. You must be sure.
Yes, it's my grandma's nightie.
Are you quite sure?
Of course I'm sure. Do you think I'm stupid?
Then Miss Hood, how could I possibly fit into it?
Objection, Your Honor. Mr. Wolf is tricking Miss Hood. He has deliberately shrunk that garment.
Overruled. This night is from Turkey Palace. No chance of shrinking. Miss Hood, there's no use continuing with this fairy story. You have good imagination, I'll give you that. But was there anyone at Grandma's cottage when you got there?
Couldn't remember it.
Then I'll ask you again. Was there anyone at Grandma's cottage?
No, because you've eaten her.
Your Honor, I think we can shed some light on the matter.
Go ahead, Mr. Case.
I believe we have just found Miss Hood's poor, defenseless, Granny, and she is well enough to speak to us in court.
Very well, ask her to take the stand.
Calling Grandma!
I think you have to shout louder than that. Calling Grandma!
Perhaps I should go and help her into the courtroom? I don't think so. Here she comes.
Oh, is there some mistake? I called for Granny Hood.
That's me.
Right. Miss Hood tells us that you're expecting a visit from her last Wednesday.
I was.
I believe you're alone in the forest, very sick in bed, waiting for your granddaughter to bring you a basket of food.
Well, not exactly. My granddaughter was in fact returning something that she had borrowed from me.
Indeed, what would that be?
My iPhone!
Oh, Miss Hood told us you were not at home when she arrived at your cottage. Had you been driven screaming from your sick bed by a ravenous wolf howling at your door?
Thankfully, no. I was not in bed because I was quite well. I had gone out to take a karate masterclass, which I do every Wednesday afternoon, because I'm a martial arts coach. Hoo, hoo, ha, ha! My granddaughter didn't show up, so I had to leave.
Does Miss Hood know about your draw?
Of course she does. She's just trying to keep my iPhone for as long as possible. She had broken hers, and I foolishly said she could borrow my old one for a little while. But I need it back now, and she's had it for over 2 months, the little madam. I'm having a real trouble getting it back from her.
No further questions. Thank you, Granny Hood, for your excuse.
Oh, is that my iPhone at last?
Your Honor, I would now like to call in my final witnesses to give evidence.
Go ahead, Mr. Man.
Calling 3 little pigs!
Calling the 3 freckled kids.
Calling the 3 tickled.
Calling the 3 pickled fish?
Mr. Man, is this in respect of the 3 counts of willful damage and illegal entry into the properties of the little pigs?
Yes, my lord.
Mr. Man, how many pigs did you say they were?
Oh, yes. It's the 3 little pigs and their families. Little pigs? Can you tell us what Mr. Wolf said to you and how frightening he was? a trio of pork pies and tea.
You can say what you like. We're out to save our bacon.
Yes, my family can't sleep at night because every time the wind blows, they think it's a wolf.
I'm surprised your house was still able to stay up on a windy day. Are you sure it was a wolf who blew your house down?
Oh yes, we saw it.
Yes, we've done all that. The jury will be getting bored. Let us instead consider the houses in question, shall we? I'm sure what the jury would really like to know is 1. Did your houses have foundations? 2. Have your houses passed building regulations? And most importantly, 3. Did you get planning permission?
Where did that come from?
Not a squeak or a squeal. So you have told the whole court how worried you were about your families, but you have exposed them to great risks by living in dangerous properties.
Nonsense! Our homes were quite safe.
Excuse me, but didn't you just say that a wolf blew your house down? Is that a safe house?
Only in nightmares.
So, little pigs, you have obviously all met Mr. Wolf before because you have accused him of blowing your house down.
No.
Only in nightmares.
All wolves look the same to me.
How strange. A moment ago, you were sure that you knew him. I think you might be telling a few porky pies.
How rude! Objection, Your Honor.
I know.
Sustained.
So, little pigs, do you remember your meeting with the Forest Planning Authority about removing 3 illegal dwellings from a greenbelt glade?
No. May I interject here? Please do. The pigs seem to be changing their story and we're getting nowhere. Mr. Wolf, do you deny that you destroyed the dwellings of the 3 little pigs?
I do not deny it.
He doesn't deny it.
He doesn't deny it.
I just said that. I can't believe he admitted it.
I was kept quiet about that. They couldn't prove anything.
Silence in court. He does not deny it.
Indeed, he does not deny it, for he was working under the Forest Planning Authority to remove 3 illegal dwellings from a greenbelt glade. Please observe Exhibit B. The pigs did not have planning permission, and their huff and puff story was just a devious plot to discredit Mr. Wolf's reputation.
Outrageous! Anyone could afford Exhibit B. I demand to see some evidence.
That can be arranged. I would like to call the Forest Planning Inspector.
The Forest Planning Inspector.
Yikes!
Not those buses.
She got in trouble last year for burying her nuts in Fabletown Park.
If you don't mind. Yes, thank you. The inspector is here.
I don't understand. Did you have to be so hard?
Yes, it was completely necessary. Morning, squirrel. Got new glasses? Inspector Green, could you please tell the whole court how Mr. Wolf came to be working for the Forest Planning Authority?
Yes. Mr. Wolf patrols the remote areas of the forest and mountains. He works as a scout and reports any problems he finds.
I see. And how did he come to destroy the dwellings of the 3 little pigs?
He discovered that the pigs had built their houses in an area of outstanding natural beauty without permission. He ordered the demolition, and Mr. Wolf arranged it. Inspector Green, could you tell the whole court how Mr. Wolf huffed and puffed and blew the houses down, frightening the little pigs and their families in the most intimidating
away. Actually, it was the pigs who caused the trouble. They refused to send their families to safety, and we had to call the forest police as the situation became nasty.
Yes, it was very horrifying.
Thank you, Inspector. You have been very helpful. I think we need to call the forest police for further information.
Oh, I think they're already here.
Honest, Sarge, that tree just jumped out at me.
Gentlemen, state your name for the record, please.
Sergeant Truck and Constable Twig of the Forest Police.
Which division?
Special branch.
And your dog?
He is my highly trained sniffer dog. He can bend, roll over, and give a pull. He is obedient to my every command.
Really? What's his name?
Bark. Woof woof.
No, I'm asking what the dog's name was.
Bark. Woof woof.
Constable Tweed, stop showing off. We know your dog's very obedient, but what's his name?
Bark. Woof woof. His name is Bark. Woof woof. What else would you call a police dog working for the special branch? Sit Bark. Woof woof.
Sergeant Trump, could you please tell the court what you found at the scene of disturbance?
Well, the area was a right mess. You could say it was a pigsty. Hey, the pigs refused to talk to Mr. Wolf, and they were lobbing things at him. Oh, this was a perfectly natural reaction to be threatened by a wolf. Oh, no, sir. Mr. Wolf had just been trying to back off as he had been hit with buckets in the face of pig's will. Yes, and he didn't have will.
So how were the houses eventually removed?
Well, it was a funny thing, really. The weather wasn't good that day. It was really winter, and the straw house did blow down. Oh, really? Yes, really. And the house of sticks were riddled with woodwork. We persuaded the pigs to talk to Mr. Wolf, and when we opened the door, it disintegrated. Oh, this is also very convenient. And I suppose the house of bricks was demolished by a squadron of masonry bees? Now that would be silly. Won't surprise me. We bulldozed it.
Thank you. I think we have the explanations we need.
Would you please make your final statement before you recess for lunch? It seems some of us are feeling hungry. Yes, my lord. Members of the jury, you have all seen for yourselves examples of this wolf's cleverness and cunning. Or you may say that he has skillfully defended himself against all the stories and accusations. But I say, don't you think he's a bit too clever? Does he do nothing wrong? I don't think so. Many creatures are still afraid of him because he is a carnivore, a predator, and a threat to us all. I get fed up with porridge. Let's have a picnic. Coffee butter honey. Yeah, nothing like a bit of honey. Have you tried marmalade sandwiches? Yeah, they're horrible. I don't know what Paddington seasoned them.
Got the meal deal with extra pony nuts, wheat coleslaw, and corn crackers.
Thanks. What are you wearing?
Oh, this? They had a promotion on for a new type of cheese on pizza. So instead of mozzarella, I got mascarpone. Get it? Mascarpone. a pony.
Gingerbread man, anyone?
2 and 2. Don't mind if I do.
Mr. Man's evidence seems more witless than witness, and Johnny Mole's evidence went up in smoke. Charges 1 and 2 relating to Red Riding Hood and grammar were nonsense.
That Red Riding Hood. What is she like?
Bramble, I shouldn't have to remind you, Wilderness News has a reputation for honest, unbiased reporting.
But I was being honest. That's exactly what I thought about her. And anyway, you called the prosecutor witness.
But I was just trying to make a funny pun on the word witness. Anyway, it seems the first 3 charges have been thrown out. That means there's only the 4th charge left to answer. I quote, "You are the sort to terrorize and murder at will in the forest community." That's going to be a hard one to defend.
Yes, I wonder what the jury would think. Difficult to say. They're funny little ones.
Well, let's hope that none of them are listening to our broadcast on their phones.
Woof woof! Ah, get off, you silly dog! That's my microphone, not a cat! Woof woof! Sit back!
Ha 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 ha. Not the highly trained sniffer dog can't tell a cat from a microphone.
Oh, he's just so excited today with the trial and people having picnics over there.
Picnics much better than police food.
Sir, I highly advise you not to beat him. Ma'am, he is my highly trained sniffer dog, and he is on a strict and controlled gluten-free, lactose-free vegan diet.
I apologize for that interruption. Anything can go wrong during a live broadcast.
Yes, that fluffy microphone soon will be on YouTube by tonight.
It seems the recess is over, and Mr. Wolf is about to begin his defense, so we'll go straight back to the courtroom.
The court is now in session. Mr. Wolf, you may begin your defense.
Your Honor, I would like to reply to these accusations that I'm a predator and a carnivore.
Go ahead.
I'm a predator and a carnivore because I'm a wolf. I'm a part of the natural process like everyone else here. We are all a part of the food chain, and it just so happens that I'm on the top. The prosecutionists don't seem to be happy, and they're getting their briefs in a tango. They need to chill out and lighten up a bit. Top of the food chain, Mr. Personality. Top of the food chain is the place I wanna be. Down in the forest I'm coping at me. So I eat everyone and no one eats me. Top producers, they start a little seed. We need these guys for the synthesize that make our first beat. Then once the whole thing started, the insects watch your leaves. Then the birds start looking to see what's cooking in the restaurant in the trees. Consumers, they are eaters, but do you know who's who? There's carnivores and herbivores, it depends on who you choose. And last I'm not forgetting, predator and prey. The difference is one chases, the other runs away. Top of the food chain is the personality. Top of the food chain is the place I wanna be. Down in the forest I find it called VIP. 'Cause I eat everyone and no one eats me. Kitchen! Top of the food chain I've got authority. When I get home, when all the other people sleep. No use complaining when they're just equal me. So I eat everyone. You eat everyone. I eat everyone and no one eats me.
You may be down with the bugs, but you have just made our case very easy. You have actually admitted to eating everyone, and you are proud of it.
You are obviously not listening, Mr. Case. I'm acting on the highest authority. Don't you know how a food chain works?
As I said, convicted by your own soul, Mr. Case rests his case.
My lord,
I think the prosecution is absolutely incapable of understanding evidence from animals. I think they will listen to their own kind. Humans. Your Honor, I would like to call the naturalists. Calling the naturalists! Calling the naturalists!
calling the naturalists, calling the naturalists.
I can't believe it! We got it right! Woo-hoo! Good afternoon, naturalists. Before we get your expert opinions, please tell the court about your qualifications and experience. Yes, indeed. Canis lupus.
Canis lupus? Could you please explain for the benefit of the jury?
Canis lupus, the gray wolf, of which Madam Marta said you are a particularly fine specimen.
Excuse me!
being called a specimen. Do you think I live in a zoo? How dare you! You'll be putting me in that jar next!
Dear me, no offense meant.
Mrs. Wolf, perhaps you are not familiar with trial procedure. You are attacking your own defense witness. Members of the jury, you see here before you a perfect example of how dangerous and quick to anger the wolf is, how aggressive and unpredictable they can be. Mr. Case, please sit down. You may continue.
Right. The grey wolf is endangered because of man. He may be top of the food chain, but he has been driven into the wilderness where he has to survive in harsh climates, and in some regions of the world, he's completely exterminated.
Not true. You see him here in the forest, not in the wilderness, and certainly not exterminated.
Ah, yes. But that is because he is one of only a few of his kind left. He has survived only because he is resourceful, able to adapt on much harsher environments. He hunts prey large and small, whatever he can survive on.
Members of the jury, you heard it for yourselves. He hunts prey large and small, whatever he can survive on.
Silence in court! It is important to know that many populations of the grey wolf are classified as vulnerable, and in some parts of the world, they are an endangered species.
I'd say dangerous, not endangered. Mrs. Wolf has just shown us her true colors.
I beg to differ, Your Honor. Mrs. Wolf is only angry because she is stressed and prosecuted. Wolves are very family-oriented creatures. In their packs, they share tasks, care for their young, and even bring food to very old wolves that are unable to walk. Clearly, Mrs. Wolf is anxious about her family.
Yes, wolves are quite misunderstood. To illustrate our point, I think we need to ask the wolf family themselves.
I think you better leave this one to me. A hungry pack of wolves understand. We need to be very careful. Kakoli, the wolf family.
Aw, aren't they sweet? Wolf family, the naturalist has suggested that you explain your feelings to the court.
Mountains looming, hunger rolling, lonely, freezing, here I'm leaning, a shadow on the moon. We are the nearing truth. What's in a name that takes us away? We're just misunderstood. Life deserted, fate and hated, evil painted, lives are wasted, a shadow on the moon. We have a nearing truth. What's in a name that takes us away? We're just misunderstood. I'm feeling of a fairy tale where we could be in a folklore. Yet I'm getting RPG, ready to let go. Climb to the darkness, or hunting every lonely place. That's a wolf of fiction. It's not me. A shadow on the moon, we have a nearing truth. What's in a name that takes us away? We're just misunderstood. We're just misunderstood. One cats is separated as all the other wolf cats have died out. They're now the only family left in our wilderness.
that you're a predator and a killer.
Your Honor, I'd like to call my final witness.
Go ahead.
Mr. Man, please take the witness stand.
Calling Mr. Human? Mr. Human? Yes, I heard you. I'm already here. Your Honor, I must protest. How can I be a witness in Mr. Wolf's defense? This is preposterous. Is there a precedent for this? One moment. Yes. There are precedents. Scroll in front of the court, please.
Past court cases where the prosecutor has been brought to the witness stand. Number 1. Puss in Boots versus the Alps and the Shoemaker over the purchase of leather riding boots.
Yeah, Puss in Boots was right. He charged a fortune for those.
Number 2. Princess Rapunzel versus the Tower Witch for wrongful imprisonment. And number 3. The case brought by the Billy Goats Gruff against the Faldy Roll Troll for inflated toll charges.
Me on that bridge.
There you are, Mr. Man. We have the precedents. You may proceed, Mr. Wolf.
Mr. Man, I don't need to remind you, you're under oath.
Of course not. I'm a man of the law.
Good, then perhaps you'd tell the court what you had for breakfast this morning.
Your Honor, I object. What does this got to do with the trial? Mr. Man, please answer the question. I had a bowl of muesli, then a fryer.
A fryer? A wolf? An animal? Could you describe to me what exactly is a fryer?
Well, tomatoes, mushrooms, eggs, and bacon and blossom.
Mr. Man, I didn't quite get those last 2 items.
Bacon and sausages.
Mr. Man, please speak up.
Bacon and sausages.
Well. Who are you calling a cannibal? Do the 3 little pigs know about your eating habits?
I'm not a carnivore. I'm an omnivore.
Oh yes, what's that?
It means I have a mixed diet.
But you must admit you do eat meat. Mr. Man, please answer the question.
Yes.
What else do you enjoy? A bit of rabbit?
Not me!
Venison?
Not me either!
Oh, don't look so ashamed. I'm sure there are the members of this court who enjoy the occasional mouse, squirrel. I have no further questions.
Thank you, Mr. Wolf. Perhaps you and Mrs. Wolf would like to summarize the case for the defense.
Members of the jury, the point we're trying to make is that all living creatures have to eat. The energy from the sun feeds us all by traveling through the food chain. We all have a right to our share, either by eating vegetation or meat. But why should us wolves be persecuted just for eating? Just because we're at the top of the food chain?
Yes, many other animals, including humans, eat meat, but they are not feared or hated as wolves are. How is a wolf any different to a snail munching a leaf or a ladybird eating a green fly? We're all part of a natural process.
Wolves have suffered for too long in the hand of man, because man is more threatened by wolves than any other predator. It is man who is the strongest and at the top of the food chain. Humankind needs to learn that we all have a part to play in the world and, of course, the rhythm of life.
For the case against Mr. Wolf. The verdict is not guilty. Mr. Wolf, you're free to go.
Well, what a sensational child.
Yes, it was difficult to know which way the jury would vote.
Hi, Mom!
Do you mind watching their podcast here?
Honestly, they act like animals.
I think it's time for that useful dramatic device again. And sleep. Fabletown has a silent and soulless story end. Maybe it was just a fairy tale. But perhaps there was some truth amongst the arguments, jokes, and songs. What do you think?
I think the pump and watercraft worked, but we should have added a stone vision well and pink roses.
I think it's time we trusted the cast.